This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Potholes so deep, they're more like craters. Why residents in this neighborhood say they can't even report them as needing to be fixed.
I was doing pictures. I came out and my window was smashed and my purse was gone.
Park becomes a crime scene, not once, not twice, but multiple times. What's being done to keep people and their property safe?
I'll focus on the wind calming down, the showers ending, and the temperatures tumbling.
And we begin now at 6 with pothole frustration. We've heard it a million times. If you see a pothole, report it. Well, people have been trying to report these massive potholes in a South Side neighborhood.
But when they call the city or use the app, they're told they can't report them. Our Paris LaBelle is digging into what is going wrong and why they are not getting fixed.
It's hard to tell just how deep these potholes are, but if you take a cone and put it inside what's more like a crater now, you can see exactly how deep it is. And the residents in this neighborhood say it's more of an issue of them not being able to report the potholes in the first place.
It's definitely not a fun thing to have to deal with every day.
Driving through the Green Leah Acres subdivision on the south side is a little more than bumpy.
They're not potholes anymore, they're really craters.
Those holes have more or less swallowed parts of Percheron Lane.
The potholes are so deep and you have to weave all around them.
I know a couple of people have blown their tires, hitting them.
The neighborhood has tried to call the Mayor's Action Center to report the potholes. You said when you call the city, they say it's not their responsibility?
That's exactly right. So they keep saying this is not their responsibility. Every one of these residents have called the Mayor's Action Center.
I was told we don't live on a city street. Well, if I don't live on a city street, why do I pay city taxes? And why do they pick up our trash? They'll fill the holes over here on Fetlock, but they won't fill ours.
We even tried to report the potholes ourselves using the Request Indy app, but we got this error saying it was a private street and to contact the Complex Management Association or developer to request service. The problem is there's no homeowners association anymore. There hasn't been for years.
You don't pay HOA fees, you don't pay anything like that?
No.
Digging through records, we found the old homeowners association, but it was dissolved in 2011, and records show the listed registered agent on the HOA is dead. But the city says the road itself is still considered private property, and tax records show the listed HOA, even though it doesn't exist anymore, doesn't pay any property taxes.
Yeah, we just don't know, honestly, but it's very frustrating.
The city says they are sending pothole crews out here to make sure these potholes get fixed. That was at 2 p.m. today. The city told us they would fix the potholes, but a few hours later, after more research, they told us they weren't able to fix them because the road is private property, and state laws don't allow them to use road funding dollars on private property. So for now, what happens next? Well, it's up in the air. The city says they're going to start looking into it and having a neighborhood advocate reach out to the residents. But so far, the city won't be fixing those potholes. On the city's south side, Paris LaBelle, RTV6.
Tonight, steps are being taken to make a Mooresville park safer. A rash of vehicle break-ins happened this week in Pioneer Park. As RTV6's Derek Thomas reports, an eye in the sky will now make the park more secure.
Photographer Jessica Catterhenry was taking pictures on the covered bridge inside Pioneer Park. In a flash, her car window was smashed and purse with cash, debit cards, medicine, and her son's cell phone stolen.
My kids can even tell you, like, I never leave my purse visible or in the vehicle anyways. And that day, I just jumped out in a hurry, left it sitting there like an idiot, and it happened. So I won't do that again. And, I mean, I'll just be more aware.
I came back to the vehicle like every 15 minutes, and then last time we came back, their window was busted out.
Were you shocked?
Yeah, really shocked.
The irony is that the Parks Department is in the process of installing 11 new surveillance cameras to keep an eye on the parking areas.
We're putting in almost a $50,000 security system, and that's being installed right now. That started a couple of weeks ago. And unfortunately, it's still in the installation process, or we would have been able to show a movie of who did it and their face and their license plate.
Jeff Holcomb walks his dogs at the park on a regular basis. He is philosophical about the thefts.
It's just the way the world is today, and, you know, it's sad that people do that, but, you know, hopefully they'll have to answer one day.
A more practical approach is this sign that warns visitors not to leave any valuables in their cars. Jessica says now she gets the picture. It's just a little bit too late. In Mooresville, Derek Thomas, RTV6.
Mooresville Police Chief Richard Allen says there have been no arrests. Authorities are following good leads because thieves left a paper trail when they used the stolen debit cards.
Now to your Storm Team 6 forecast, and this has not been a comfortable June day. Cool and windy, and just wait until tonight. Make sure you have a jacket. Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory is tracking what's ahead. Kevin.
Just how windy? 46-mile-per-hour peak gust in Indianapolis, and we're still gusting over 40 this hour. It will calm down a little bit, but it's still a breezy 24 hours ahead. Rain north and east is a little more put together. We've got cutting through Marion County now. Nice little downpour emerging on the south side at I-65 and 465. That'll quickly move through Greenwood, Franklin, New Whiteland, and maybe along Interstate 74 as well in Shelby County. This not quite as heavy, but just southeast of Frankfort following 421 down towards Zionsville, some showers. There's the current wind gusts across central Indiana. Indy with the strongest wind gust at 43. And you can see the beads of water with our latest passing shower in the downtown area. 60 in Indy, 58 in Muncie. Keep in mind, typically we would hit 81 this time of the year. Showers will diminish. The wind will still gust over 20 through the evening hours, and it stays very cool. 56 at 10 o'clock tonight.
Kevin, thank you. 2 proposals aimed at helping foster parents and children were ceremonially signed into law today. Governor Eric Holcomb technically signed them both last month, but a ceremony was held at the Indiana State House this afternoon. One law will extend the age older foster youth can get care from age 20 to 21. It also lengthens the amount of time DCS has to file a report from the start of an investigation from 30 days to 45. DCS says it will allow for more complete and thorough reports. Holcomb praised positive changes happening at DCS over the past year.
It is truly remarkable, the progress that we've made. Now, we're going in the right direction. We've got some good momentum, but we've got a long way to go. So we're not going to pull up. We're not going to celebrate because one case, tragic case, is too many.
The number of open cases at DCS is down by 17% in the past 18 months.
Turning greenhouse gas from trash into fuel and creating jobs at the same time. That's the goal of a new renewable natural gas facility that's under construction on the south side at Kentucky Avenue and Raymond Street. Indy-based Kinetrex and Southside Landfill are working together on the project that will convert landfill gas into approximately 8 million gallons of renewable natural gas each year. It will be the largest project of its kind in the state. The plant will create 50 construction jobs and 4 full-time positions after construction is expected to be completed in January. Now just ahead on RTV6, highlighting the unsung heroes who make our neighborhoods a better place.
You're going to meet a man who wears a badge by day, but wears his heart on his sleeve no matter what time it is. The chief, who is honored with the Jefferson Award for Multiplying Good, is in studio with us tonight.
Hamilton Southeastern has really one of the best athletic programs in the state, but this Monday, a first. They're playing for a baseball state championship. That story coming up from Fishers here on RTV6.
And you know it. Step outside. Temperature right now 60 degrees. Maybe even found your jacket to get out there today. That's 60 right now, but tomorrow morning within arm's reach of a record low temperature.
Start saving today. This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
The Jefferson Awards is now multiplying good, and we could all use a little good in our lives. And while there is a new name, the essence of the service doesn't change. We are still recognizing unsung heroes through the Jefferson Award for Multiplying Good. Tom Vaughn is a family man, married for 32 years and raised 3 kids. He's a leader, chief of Southport Police Department. Those who know him say he has a servant's heart. But it's what he does behind the scenes when he takes off the chief of police hat that has earned him a place among our unsung heroes. Chief Tom Vaughn is this month's Jefferson Award for Multiplying Good recipient. If you've never met the epitome of a selfless leader, look no further than Southport Police Department Chief Tom Vaughn.
Was something instilled in us at a young age that we needed to be able to give back, as much as we get.
He fills his time doing just that. Here's a snapshot of Chief Vaughn putting in a little extra time in the donor chair to give that much more blood. He's also raising money for the little girl in this picture, Savannah, who has terminal cancer.
Savannah, she's that sassy little girl. She's, just full of, she's always smiling.
His mission is to make sure she's comfortable and happy, working behind the scenes to handle medical bills and prescription drug costs.
I gave her a little badge that I wear like on my suits. And she told her mom that she was in charge now, and you couldn't mess with her because she was the police chief. I mean, that's the kind of little girl she is.
Chief Vaughn held his department together as officers and staff mourned the loss of several colleagues, including the tragic shooting death of Lieutenant Aaron Allen, who was killed on duty responding to a crash.
We've had 5 officers in 19 months, and that's a lot to deal with, and that leaves those families that we want to make sure that they're taken care of.
But it was the way Chief Vaughn cared for an officer who had no family that really struck those on his force.
It was very moving, to see Chief take off every Friday and just be there with Rich. I don't know.
Officer Rich Parnell, who was an only child and had lost his mother and his father, got word he had an aggressive form of cancer attacking his throat and brain. With no family around, Chief Vaughn stepped up.
Rich and I got really close. I would take him to his chemo appointments, his doctor's appointments, make sure that, he got his medicine and that kind of stuff.
Not just to take him and drop him off, but to sit there and, encourage him. And, I think that's what probably pushed Rich to fight as hard as he did.
For nearly a year until his death, Parnell had Chief Vaughn by his side during those weekly 6-hour chemo treatments. Officer Ryan tells us that when Officer Parnell was too weak to walk, the chief literally carried him to his appointments.
It was like a brother to me.
I mean, it's character. It's what you do when no one is looking. And I think that speaks highly of his character.
Indeed it does, and there is so much more to tell you about the reasons why Chief Vaughn is here with us tonight. He's even helped the family of a teenager from Perry Township who died in a car crash pay for the funeral and get them out of a hotel and into a home. So many selfless acts, and it's because of that that we here at RTV6 are proud and honored to serve you with this medal as the Jefferson Award for Multiplying Good recipient. Thank you, Chief Vaughn, for all you do.
Thank you very much. It's an honor. Thank you.
Chief Vaughn, for all the selfless acts that you do, it does take a support system, and you brought your support system here today. How do they lift you up to keep going?
No matter how down you are or how much work you have or all that, one of them is always here going, what do you need? What can we help with? I mean, if you think I can do this all by myself, you're crazy. Without the support system that I have, we wouldn't even be close to where we are now.
And especially this lady here. You two are celebrating an anniversary tonight.
Yes, 32 years tonight.
32 years. Congratulations to you both. Thank you, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So nominate someone you know who's making a difference. Just go to our website, theindychannel.com, select the menu, then the Life section, and click on Multiplying Good. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Chief. Well, 70 years of Channel 6 history includes bringing you coverage of some of very tragic events. Among them, the State Fairgrounds Coliseum explosion in 1963, the Ramada Inn plane in 1987, and the Richmond Hill explosion. Call 6 Chief Investigator Rafael Sanchez was there the night of the Richmond Hill explosion in November of 2012. He then went on to cover developments every step of the way, including all the trials. Over time, he really got to know the people who call Richmond Hill home.
To get connected to people, right? And that's the part of our jobs which I really have appreciated over these years, is that we just don't go and cover you. We just don't go and put you on the news. We just don't go and just bladder video on television. We really get connected with people in a professional way that we're able to tell their stories and really get their humanity and know about their kids and their cats and their birds and their dogs, and then follow them through. I still visit every year Richmond Hill. I have Thanksgiving with one of the families because they, to me, really represented, as an entire community of people, the best in Hoosiers. That community, in that dark moment, really came together. They've rebuilt that neighborhood. They still keep in contact with each other. And despite all the stuff that happened, they still love each other. And so when you think of sometimes the horror of the day or bad news, these folks really showed all of us what it is to be human, what it is to love, what it is to be compassionate and to care. And so to me, I appreciate that when we do our jobs, which is we get to meet people, we get to know who they are, whether on a fun Super Bowl or really a tough moment like a Richmond Hill.
And to watch all of our 70th anniversary stories, reporter memories, and our 1-hour special, head to theindychannel.com and click on 70 Years Together at the top of the homepage.
How would you like to hear the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra for free? If you don't have plans tonight, head down to the Hilbert Circle Theater. Due to the chilly temperatures, tonight's Symphony on the Prairie concert won't be held at Connor Prairie. Instead, you can listen to the orchestra for free at the Circle Theater. They'll perform Mozart, Prokofiev, and more at 8 o'clock. Seating is first come, first served. Doors open at 7 o'clock.
How about that? Due to chilly temperatures, you were just as likely to hear because of excessive heat, but this is more like April, certainly, than June. Sliding to the south of East Greenwood, you're getting showered now. This is cutting along Interstate 74 towards Shelbyville. Also in Johnson County, Franklin, you'll see the showers. All of this kind of fading away between Frankfort and Sheridan in Hamilton County. And the larger view, we'll continue to see a few showers between now and sunset. Remember, sunset is until almost 9:15. That should end our chance for rain tonight, and we're dry tomorrow. But you begin to see the pattern, daily chance for showers and thunderstorms as we go through the weekend and into next week. And in all, we may see some pockets of heavy rainfall once again. The humidity will come up. It will be noticeable, and that's the fuel for heavy rainfall potential just about with any cluster of thunderstorms. We have the showers, then the sun comes out. That's been the pattern. We're 60 in Indy right now, 58 in Muncie, 59 up in Cass County in Logansport. Tonight, temperatures eventually into the mid-50s in Indy by 10 or 11 tonight. The showers end, the sky will start to clear, and our temperatures will fall into the 40s, within 3 degrees of the record in Indianapolis that was set back in 1955. Coolest areas may well be to the north and west, where the sky clears a little earlier during the overnight hours. Our wind will still be 20 to 30 miles per hour overnight and tomorrow. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, warmer, very enjoyable day. The humidity is low. Great night for jubilation. If you're headed there, enjoy a rare evening where everything looks really good. 70 degrees, generally speaking, and comfortable. As we go tomorrow night into Saturday morning, here comes the first area of rain. We wake up Saturday morning with scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Into the weekend we go. Thunderstorms are likely Saturday night and on Father's Day Sunday. Temperatures both days right around 80 degrees. 7 a.m. Saturday into the mid-morning and early afternoon. Showers begin to dwindle a bit, but I think they just refire as we go into the evening hours and overnight into Sunday morning. Temperatures Saturday all in the 70s. We should be in the 80s as we get to Sunday. Saturday temperatures below the average high of 81 degrees. Father's Day, don't forget the card, and inside it, the forecast. How about that? 81 will be the afternoon high temperature on Father's Day. Early next week, we're still right around 80 degrees, but we still have the chance for showers and thunderstorms Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Doesn't mean it'll rain at your house every day, but I think we'll have rain.
There's a chance.
Be prepared for it.
Yeah.
We'll have rain around every day. Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, Dave.
Hard to believe, guys, the high school athletic season wraps up next Monday and Tuesday at Victory Field. The high school baseball championships, they're here. Hamilton Southeastern making it for the very first time. Jeremy Sassanella is the head coach here. Just move over from Buff. First year here. You're doing okay here at Hamilton Southeastern.
Yeah, it's been a good start. They've promised me at least one more year, you know. So I'm just really proud to be here. You know, and it's been exciting getting involved in the community and to see how the community's rallied around the baseball program, and it's a really positive thing. It's been some fun.
First time for this program. What's the reaction like for your kids here?
They're excited. You know, I think they understand the task at hand, though, too. You know, I challenged them when we got off on the bus on Saturday. I said, okay, guys, we're here. Yeah. Now, what do we do with it? You know, are we just happy on making it to the state finals? Are we going to be focused and go out and, you know, win the last one? And so, you know, that's where obviously our focus will be this week.
Tell us about your kids. You got a ton of D1 talent on this team.
Yeah, we've been blessed. You know, not only our top arms being D1, and we've got a D1 first baseman, but there's an awful lot of guys that aren't D1 that have played very well and gelled really really, really
it's
well
a team
together. It very much is, you know. So it's nice when we've got a couple of our big dogs on the mound. They've been obviously very helpful and performed very, very well for us. But there's 3 of those guys, you know, and typically 10 guys in the lineup with the DH, you know. So we've had some other guys that have played really, really well as well.
Here's the thing, obviously a blessing to make the championship game. But the semi-state was last Saturday. You don't play till Monday. You got some time to think about this.
Yeah, you know, this time of year, you're sharpening. You know, if we're putting a lot of stuff in, you know, the state championship week, we've got some issues, you know. So it's a lot of just keeping sharp. And so it was kind of nice, actually. I didn't mind it. One, I think it'll help crowds actually having games on Monday and Tuesday nights with all the things that are going on weekend. But it gave the kids a couple extra days of rest. So, you know, today's our first day back to work, and you know, we'll see. Hopefully, the kids will be sharp today.
Good luck.
Thanks, you.
Should be a lot of fun.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, in fact, here's a look at the schedule. Monday and Tuesday at Victory Field. It all begins with the 1A game. University taking on Washington Township. That's a 5:30 first pitch. Then the nightcap, if you will, the 4A game. Hamilton Southeastern takes on Columbus East. And then Tuesday, not done. 2 more games, Edgewood and Andrean at 5:30. Southridge and Alexandria Monroe then at 8:30. And don't forget tonight, right here in RTV6 at ABC, Game 6 of the NBA Finals. This is it. Last game ever at Oracle Arena in Oakland, so you know the emotions will be running high as the Warriors try to extend at least a Game 7, obviously, extend it to Game 7 Sunday in this NBA Finals. Raptors, Warriors, obviously Kevin Durant still out, but here's the lineup tonight on RTV6 at ABC. Jimmy Kimmel live at 8, NBA Countdown at 8:30. Game 6 then tips after 9 o'clock. We're talking about a lot of championships, high school baseball or the NBA Finals. The News at 6 continues after this.
Free in Indiana.
As you look at Victory Field, who's on first?
Oh, who's on second?
What? We don't have time for the whole routine. The shadows that you see, because the sun has come back out and the rain has just rolled through downtown and is quickly moving towards Shelbyville and Edinburgh. I love that routine.
I do too. It's a classic, obviously.
We'll see you at 7.
Up next is World News.